from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington football team taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they've certainly got it rolling of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Washington will take over first and
so out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times, and that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Touchdown, Washington! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
3 plays and out.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On first is Wentz. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number. All right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Big yardage that time for Washington. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Colts nothing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He's at the 50. 30, the 20.
You don't want nothing.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And that will be incomplete.
Pass intended for Kelvin Harmon. Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Washington 10.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The give to Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed... a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Good go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Wentz to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete.
Brashad Perriman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
And that makes it 14-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Washington 10. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And how might this affect them for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play callers.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That's into the hands of Pascal.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
To throw is Wentz. And Pascal's got it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards that time.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. first down. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time,
but it'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Wentz to throw again. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
Intended for
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to number 27.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll throw now on the final play. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll kick it off with a good one in the NFC West. L.A. heading north to take on Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we fly east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. 31-10 was the final score. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Pats trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Naheem Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Again, it's Wentz. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now 3rd down and 3.
We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington has once again taken the lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed? And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Wentz's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Indianapolis.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. But now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
5-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. That's out to the left and complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to get this out to the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis.
By the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Indianapolis, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.